Hey guys, guess who's putting in the effort again? So I've gotten over my it needs to be dark, but don't exactly expect a stunning novella from me tonight in monologue form. So we'll start with the most important thing. I'm sure anyone that watched last night is very, very eager to know the current state of my foot, which, as I stated last night, was definitely just going to fall off. No, but really though, I woke up this morning and the toe that was bothering me at the very first joint, like if you go to like where your toe stops being a toe and then go back to the next joint, um, there's a knot there now. Small one, doesn't hurt, doesn't feel much different from like the ones I have on my wrist, or one that I've actually had on uh, this thumb before. Had it like you can't, it's gone, but I had it like right here, and it was there for like a year, and then it eventually just went away. And it never even hurt or anything. It was just like, I guess I got to live with this now. So yeah, now there's a knot there, and occasionally the toe will feel mildly strange. Not even pins and needles anymore. I don't know how to describe it. It's possible that I've just rubbed it raw, and in all of my worrying. But like worst case scenario, I guess it's all just going back to this. What I'm gonna guess is another ganglion cyst. I get them, and I've been getting them for a while now. First one I ever had was on the back of my left knee, I think. Um, I picked up my girlfriend at the time and carried her like half a mile on my back. And then later that night, I noticed this big old, wasn't really hard, but it was about the size of a golf ball, knot just below my knee on like feel the back of your knee and then kind of like tighten one of your feet, the foot on that leg. You'll notice like on the outsides of the leg, those two muscles, tendons, whatever, on the inside one, just at the top of my calf. And I had that thing for years, long enough that I genuinely can't tell you when it finally went away. I just didn't notice it was gone. I was so used to it being there that it being gone didn't even register. So, yeah, there's that. And I figure that's probably what this is. Worst case, like, if I'm wrong, at worst, like, maybe I'm starting to get arthritis. Who knows? But, in fact, I'm trying to get a good feel on it with just my other foot, but you can imagine that's not working very well. Now, there's definitely still a knot there. Yeah. But it doesn't feel any bigger, and it's hard to tell if it's there because it doesn't hurt even when I'm messing with it. So that's a good sign. To me, anyway. Like everything I looked up, all of the ones that seemed serious and needed attention were like, it hurts. And I'm like, so since it doesn't, I'm not too concerned. Today was another slow one. Um, Having a lot of those lately, which is just fine with me, honestly. Um, Thanks, man. I continued playing Fantasy Star Universe. Um, Still enjoying it. Um, it is awkwardly acted as it is, considering this game came out in I think like 2004. Um, I'm interested enough in where the story's going, and I remember so little about this game, every now and then a character will show up and I'll be like, oh, I remember the look of this person. I couldn't tell you who they are or even what they're like, but I remember that body type. So there's that. Yeah, I remember so little about this game, and I'm just kind of curious now because I'm past the 20-hour mark, and at that point, like, sunk cost fallacy is settling in. But I did today acquire Phantasy Star Online, the first one, episode 1 and 2, for GameCube that I want to look into because, by all accounts, Universe is kind of a fluke in how clunky it is. So, like, seriously, I would like give half of my I would give like a good portion of one of these 3 fingers to get a dodge button or a guard button, one or the other. And it's like I look at the way this game plays, where he's just clanking about, taking his sweet time to do his attack animations like as slowly as possible, can't dodge. Lock on is ridiculous. And then I think about playing my Phantom in online too, where I could spend entire missions only touching the ground for maybe 14 seconds total, and that was usually just because the elevation was increasing. So I needed to jump again. You can't even jump in Universe, much less dodge or even block or guard. Like, there's an evasion stat, which I think auto guards, but like, no way to attempt to skillfully guard. It's kind of like, my issue with, like, I had a thing where I didn't care a lot for Fallouts before 4, or I didn't care for the shooting a lot in them because, like, it felt like my aiming didn't really count for anything. Because, unless I'm mistaken, there was still kind of a dice roll on whether or not it actually hit. But I had to be on target to even get that. And I'm just like, what is the point of making this active like this if my aim means nothing? Like, when you're in VATS, sure, you're given your thing and all that, but I've also heard people complain that taking that away made Fallout 4 too easy, and it's just like, I don't know. I liked knowing that if I was missing, it's because I needed a better gun, or I was just bad, and not the game arbitrarily decided that shot didn't hit, even though I'm looking at the reticle beyond this man's face, just a few steps away from me. Kind of like how Mass Effect 1 didn't have like headshot damage for some reason, which is being fixed in the Legendary Edition. And it's just one of those things that's like, yeah, if reward aiming is already like a big deal with the more RPG elements of that game. And like, Mass Effect 1 taught me to snipe, which is probably why I'm shit as a conventional sniper, because even when you're specting it at low levels, the scope is swaying a lot and you can't just stop it. And so, like, I learned to snipe with movement, which means, like, if I'm moving, I'm a better shot when I'm moving. So like I have like nowadays when I play anything, I heavily supplement my aiming with movement, which has made me fairly, it's ultimately been a good thing because you're less of a target then. I digress. Um, Mostly because I'm tired and it's setting in hard. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'll catch you all tomorrow.